All right. We want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh
Ba'ashem,
Shai
Bahashemadash, and double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone Camps for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom. I'm the brother Amawan
Brother
Khan, and today we want to speak about what does it mean to be a prophet. Because before we came into the truth, we thought that the prophets were not on the earth. We thought that the prophets were done away with. But the prophets, they died, but they kept coming back in reincarnation. So if you, brother, want to get 1 Corinthians 14 and 30, and I'm going to get the definition for a prophet in the etymology. It says person who speaks for God, one who foretells the future, and an inspired preacher or teacher. So, if you want to get that in 1 Corinthians
This is
14,
Corinthians 14 and 30.
Con.
All right. I got it. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace.
So if anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, and sitteth by means if anybody's listening, you know, like for example, the brother Kawak, he brought me into the truth, and because he revealed to me who the devil was, he revealed who the devil was. So I was sitting by listening, and I was ready to listen, listen to the truth, to what the brother was telling me, So now I got the truth. Um, and now read it again.
If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace.
So the brother, he told me, the truth. So I I I, uh, I listened to the truth, and I believed it. I believed what he told me. Because he got the truth from the apostles of Great Millstone. And
Yeah,
those are the prophets today. That are on the earth. And so he said, let the first hold his peace. So so since I didn't buck up or nothing, the brother, he had peace in his mind because he was like, yeah, now I don't have to keep telling him, the truth, like he already got it, he got the truth now. Now we got peace, you know. So he was glad that I got it and I didn't buck up. Um, so read it again. Oh,
all right. This is First Corinthians 14 and 30. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace.
So the brother Kawak told me, and then I told Madakab, you know, uh, I revealed it to Madakab, the same thing what was revealed to me, and then it just trickled on down. It just keeps on going like that in the cycle. You know,
I got a
everything.
precept, or
Yeah,
it's the
everything
next
that
one
was
anyway.
from the ancient apostles, trickle all the way down to now.
Yep. This is First Corinthians 14 and 31. For ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn and all may be comforted. Because it takes one to teach one. That's the that's the motto. Each one
Yeah,
teach one.
yeah, because it said one by one. So that means we each we each prophesy, one after another. Just like when you run the race, you pass the baton to the next runner, so that he could keep going, and so he could finish the race. You know, um, and read the next verse.
First Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
So Salakia, read 31 again, Salakia.
Oh, I'm sorry. First Corinthians 14 and 31. For ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn and all may be comforted.
Yes, so we may prophesy one by one, so we're prophesying, to each other, because it's like we're encouraging each other, to be a prophet. Because when I first saw the prophets, prophesying out there on the streets, I was like, I wanted to do that. I wanted to be a prophet. I wanted to get a garment, and prophesy, on the streets like they were, because it was a, I was believing it. Because
Yeah. Some people,
the way Great Millstone was teaching it. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like it, bro. 'Cause I gotta get this precept. This is Malachi 3:16. It says, "Then they that feared the Most High spake often one to another, and the Most High hearkened and heard it, and in the book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Most High and that thought upon His name." So that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
some people don't believe it.
Yeah, because we feared the Most High when we heard it, when we heard what was going to happen.
Yeah.
The way that they were telling the future. The way that America was going to be destroyed, and we live in America.
I don't know how some people could want 1,000 more years. Like that's
Right.
crazy.
In a
And that
cesspool.
dude, Gorilla Hebrew, he ordered a pegging kit.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. That's nasty.
Yeah.
Dang.
Who's,
And
who's these?
and
Oh,
it involves the white man too.
damn.
But he
And he was,
this place.
yeah.
Yeah.
So read that one again in 31.
I'm gonna read 30 and 31. All right.
All right.
First Corinthians 14, verses 30 and 31. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace, for ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn and all may be comforted.
So all the Israelites, are gonna have a chance to profit. The prophets are gonna die, and then another prophet is gonna be born. Just like it said, a prophet was ordained before you were born. I think we were ordained prophets before we were born, something like that.
I'll look for it.
But that's how it goes with the prophets of the spirit, with the spirits of the prophets. Because 32 it says the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So one spirit goes into a prophet, and then when he dies, that spirit goes into another prophet.
I got that precept, brother.
Yep.
Jeremiah 1 and 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations.
Dang. See? So we didn't even know. We didn't know we were going to be prophets, when we were born.
We're just living our life.
Yep.
Thought we were living life.
Yeah. We're living the dream in America. We're dreaming, but we woke up.
Like zombies, man, because that's a bad dream.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah. Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on America instead of Elm Street.
Yeah.
And that's real. That's true, because people don't understand that. It's a nightmare here. Just look at this guy with the pegging. That's sick.
Yep.
And he's supposed to be a leader to people in our religion. That makes us look bad. Like, damn, I would never even
It was just
let
on
my woman.
politics too, you know.
Yeah, he's going off so much. Like, this is why it's we talk about the scriptures before we talk about anything to see if anybody's off. And that's why it's like, because the verse 31 says, "For ye
Mm.
may all prophesy one by one." So if we're a camp, we don't all talk at the same time. We each one takes his turn, and the Spirit lets us know, okay, this brother's turn or this brother's turn. You know,
Yep. So read verse 32.
First Corinthians 14 and 32, and the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
Right. So the spirit that was on Kawak, it jumped on me. And then the spirit that jumped on me jumped on Marakab. So it was subject, just like the demons, they jump on different people too,
Oh yeah,
like that movie Fallen.
that's
He,
what I was
that,
thinking about right now.
that
That's a good
spirit
move.
kept jumping into different people.
And in the wicked way, it happens through touch, like the hand touch another hand, and through the good way, it's you hear the word, and it revives you. So it's different. It's different. It's a different infection, but it's still passed on, and it's
Yep.
an awakening too.
Yeah. So now in the last days, there's going to be a lot of prophets. Everybody wants to be a prophet now. So you have to be careful of false prophets, you know. Um, so if we could go to Second Ezra 9:1.
Can I get this precept real quick?
Yep.
So this is First Corinthians 3:6. It says, "I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase." So 7 it says, "So then neither is he that planted anything, neither he that is watered, but God that giveth the increase." So you were talking about Kawak planted the water, which gave the truth his word though, and he
Yep.
passed it down to me. But the more wisdom was increased by Yahweh though, you know. So
Yep.
it just got
It,
watered down, you know. How you
it
said
all
earlier, trickle down.
it
And
all came from Yahweh.
it makes it easier because let's say somebody I'm trying to get a point out and I can't find the words. One of you will, and then the message will be loud and clear.
Yep. This is a message that we're trying to give, trying to make it clear. Because another word for prophet is oracle, and
I got
in the etymology, I got oracle. It's a message, from a message from God expressed by divine inspiration through a priest. So the oracle gets direct message from the Most High. We got the direct message from the Most High, and then says usually some future event. So we have to look. Yahushua told us to look for the events, right? The
that's right.
future event. What's going to happen. The signs.
And this is how we do it. This is Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, "Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made."
Damn. So it said measure the time diligently. Definition for diligence, careful and persistent work or effort. That's how we have to measure the time, is carefully, and by the signs. Yahweh Shai said the signs, aren't the signs happening now? The earthquakes and the famine.
Fire.
War.
It's not going to take another 1,000 years for the signs to pop up. You know, are we going to wait for another years for what? You know, if the signs are already here, we already see them. So that's a false prophet. And then plus, the Passover's coming up, so the signs in heaven is a blood moon. You know,
Yeah.
so that's a
That's
sign.
happening. That's happening on the full moon. So
Yeah,
that's a sign.
it's that bad moon. You know, bad moon rising.
And see, and that's a beautiful song because each song is about something, and that is about a bad moon that's rising.
Yeah,
You know.
and that movie's about werewolves, and then that moon, it was a full moon, so a lot of werewolves were
Right.
doing this.
Yep.
You know.
And that new movie Nosferatu came out about vampires. So there's a lot of scary stuff that's
Yeah.
being put out in the media.
Gotta check that.
During Passover, yeah, and it's almost Passover too. So you got to get your lamb, got to get your bitter herbs, got to get your place cleaned up and set out.
Yep. Get your house in order, because what they call it, the cleaning, you know, the spring cleaning.
Get that living out.
The real sprinkling.
That's right.
Was
Uh,
it was it when the what happened with Yahweh Shai the same night though? Wasn't it like a was it a lunar eclipse, the blue moon? When
Yeah.
it happened, right? Because it got
So
dark,
yeah, it was
yep.
a full
right?
moon,
Yeah.
and then the eclipse happened during the full moon. So that's not supposed to happen. Lunar eclipse is supposed to happen when the moon is new because the sun light is reflecting off of the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
But they're just full of shit. And then that was Yahweh Shai spirit going out doing some crazy stuff.
Because it said it got dark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yep. Yeah, and he's that death angel that brings judgment. You know.
Brought it in Egypt, the time of Egypt though. He was that death angel doing all the killings and things like that, you know? So
Yeah. More
That's
killings
right.
are gonna happen still because there's people that are getting pegged thinking that they're gonna make it into shit.
Uh, read that one again on verse 1. And,
So just first one, right?
yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before.
So the signs, right? Example, if you're driving down the road and you see a sign saying turn left or turn right, the sign on the left says, you know, it's a bumpy road, but you'll get there faster, right? But the one on the right, it says it's a long road, long and curvy, but you'll get there safe, you know. So which one would you take? Would you take the bumpy short road, you know, or the take a little bit longer and get there safe, you know?
exactly.
Take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Hey,
Just like it says, you know, on the left there's fire, or on the right there's water, something like that.
yeah,
Right. Because if you think
no,
about it,
and then two, that one, broad is the
the
way
way
of
that leads
destruction.
to destruction.
Yeah, and the narrow path, that's the way to the kingdom. You
Yeah.
know.
hmm A lot of people don't want to take that narrow path. It's a lonely path.
Because they don't want to take that straight path, straight going into the time of difficulties, though, you know, suffering.
Damn.
So the so like Sakari, you know, they had the wrong signs, you know, because their signs is that, you know, they love the world because they come out with, you know, interviews on TV, come out with rap videos.
And
It's
they do those interviews with Adam 22, who is a Edomite homosexual, and he lets people gangbang his wife.
damn. He had connection with that, you know. Damn.
It makes me think about not second, Judges 19, when the high
Believe-
priest, yeah, when his priest concubine went and she was acting like a whore, and then she ended up getting raped by the whole village of Benjamites. That's what's gonna happen to that woman. You want to take part in that?
Cut her up in places, it's all pieces, though, man.
hmm That's what those
Damn.
women are.
Yeah, man.
Dang. So everything got exposed, you know, like the scriptures say, everything's gonna come to the light. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know what happens well, something has to happen to get exposed. Let's say you're on a date and your tire pops. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna get out and fix it, or are you gonna call another man to help and fix it? You know, at that time, that woman's gonna be like, "Oh, he can do it himself." You know, I would do it myself. You know,
Yeah.
some people would call AAA, but I have all the tools. Why should I call AAA?
No.
You know,
Why would you get another man involved? You know.
yeah,
Yeah. And then the woman's gonna look at you as probably weak, though, you know? Like, this guy can't even change the tire, and she gonna probably be looking at the other man.
yeah. And the
Yeah,
other
Right.
guy might see that and be like, "Hey, you want to ride?"
yeah, that's society we live in.
Hey,
I want to go to Matthew 7:13. Get the NLT. Okay.
oh, yeah.
Because these other camps, they want to go to that Broadway. You know.
Easy way. Huh?
Yep. We could do this the hard way or the easy way.
Mhm.
We'd rather take the hard way.
Right, I got it. Matthew 7:13 in the NLT.
Mhm.
The title is The Narrow Gate. You can enter God's kingdom only through the narrow gate. The highway to hell is broad, and its gate is wide for the many who choose that way.
Yeah. See, so like that song "Highway to Hell," right? Uh, that's where Sakari is. You know, they're on the highway to hell right now. You know, because their whole camp has fallen. You know, because
Bad, man.
they chose to go through the broad way. You know,
Bad. And
instead of
demon,
doing what was right. Instead of doing what was right, like Tahar said, he should have kicked that guy out. You know,
Yeah.
and that demon
but
led all those guys to hell, right? To destruction.
yeah. Now, when those missiles come, you know, he got some number now. You know,
Missile food.
Yep. Now he picked a number now. You know, for a missile.
Remember
Damn.
that movie Beetlejuice when at the end uh, that guy has a number and it's number 4, and then Beetlejuice's number is like 1 trillion or something, and he switches the number. That's
Yep.
what Sakari
Yeah.
did. he took that next number for the missiles instead of taking the,
Yeah.
getting a better chance. Somebody done
Somebody
lied to him.
somebody switched him, somebody got him.
Got it. Real
You
quick.
know what I mean? And they shrunk his head too with that.
Ah, his
Yeah.
woman, his woman shrunk his head.
Damn. Yeah, because he went to therapy, right?
Gotta go to therapy.
You have to
Damn.
go to therapy only when it's a legal issue. Like if you choose to go to therapy, that's something else. You're saying to society, I need help. But in our religion, that's why
That
we
that
have elders. You know, they'll help, or
Scriptures.
the Bible helps. But he didn't have no help. It was a legal issue. He had to get help. He, come on,
Yeah.
Fez.
And he's the high priest chief. The high priest chief Don Gorilla Hebrew.
He- what a terrible-
if you need therapy, that means you got demons on you.
right.
You probably gonna
You
get
can't
more
tell,
therapy.
you can't tell those demons Nadad Mayani Ashatan.
Oh,
How about Shimi How Shai
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
That's the only way to get them off is to pray. To pray and fast.
Just like MC Hammer said, you got to pray just to make it today. Hey, hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, and pray in the right name too.
that's the sword right there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
how
sword.
let's see.
Oh, we get the
Keep
next
going.
one?
Yeah.
Matthew 7 and 14. But the gateway to life is very narrow, and the road is difficult, and only a few ever find it.
And so that's where Great Millstone comes in, because Great Millstone is very hard working. You know, they put up videos every day. You know,
Gotta
Yeah.
make that daily bread.
you know that road is hard. But some want to take some time off. And step back. You know,
'Cause that's what he's doing, right?
yeah,
But he
He's
said,
down, right?
yeah. Take a step back.
He,
Uh,
he, he got to step down because he's more therapy.
so he's trying to, trying to be trying to have some comfort, in the world. You know,
you know who loves this? Fucking Vocab Malone loves this.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have a field though.
You see? You
Yeah.
see?
Hey, but
See,
yeah, that guy. I have a feeling that guy is next though, man.
He's on the bucket list.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's on that bucket list for sure, man.
And he disrespects Yahweh Shai all the time.
Making fun of it. Yeah, making fun.
go back to Second Ezra 9 and 3, 9,
This,
2 and 3.
this is 2nd Ezra 9, verses 2 and 3. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
So those are signs right now. That's how we know that the Most High is beginning to visit the world. He's
Yes,
not going to
so
visit it, in 1,000 years. If he's going to visit it in 1,000 years, then what are we doing prophesying? you know,
yeah, because verse 3 says, Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, and we seen earthquakes, and
and
then it says uproars of the people in the world. Right now is the time where they're uproaring. There's Edomites uproaring, Issachar uproaring. Man, there's all kinds of people. The fake Israelis and the Palestinians,
like
the
everybody.
Arabs, everybody's fired up.
Yeah,
The whole damn world is fired up. What signs do you need?
Trump pissing everyone off too.
Hey,
Telling,
I love that guy.
yeah, he's pissing people off too, NATO and and everyone else. So Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
homie.
because it said that the beast is gonna fight the whore. You know,
And the
Gonna burn
beast
the
is
whore.
NATO.
Gonna burn the whore.
so
Yeah,
you
the
can
beast
see
is
that
NATO and the
happening.
whore is the USA. That's happening
You
right
can
now.
see that. He said they're changing, changing terms with NATO or whatever.
He
Yeah.
said that they're making money left and right, and the United States is not making any. So
Yeah,
they're changing a bunch of things. And then Europe doesn't even like the US. NATO doesn't like the US.
Is it-
That's
yeah,
crazy. And
they're
then we're
starting
funding them.
to hate it. Let's go
Everybody.
to back to Ecclesiasticus 39:1. Hold on, that Matthew 7:13. I'm gonna just get this real quick. Matthew 7:15. Beware of false prophets who come disguised as harmless sheep, but are really vicious wolves. You can identify them by their fruit, that is, by the way they act. Can you pick grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? A good tree produces good fruit, and a bad tree produces bad fruit.
Right.
That's how you know who the false prophets are, by the fruit. The fruit is how they act, you know.
Remember when Yahweh cursed that fig tree for not giving it fruit? He was hungry.
And, yeah. So you're not going to get no fruit, from a thorn bush, you know, um, because that's just gonna, it's gonna damage you.
Hmm.
Just like
I
a
got,
wolf, like a
I
werewolf.
got it.
You
But when you look up your name, like it tells you a little bit about yourself, right? So if you know, we already knew with a name like Sakari, that was going to be bad business. So,
know, they try to be something, because Sakari comes from an assassin or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
They buckled up against
Oh,
the Romans, so
yeah,
Yeah,
but they still
and then
found them. I mean, they didn't get
yeah,
nowhere.
still fell. They didn't get nowhere. And
Yeah.
then
If
Apostle
anything,
Tahar
the
said,
Myanmar people were getting killed and more
yeah,
pro- they
more
made they
problems.
up this whole shit.
Hmm? And then Apostle
dang,
Tahar's name means pure, but you get mad at that, that's crazy. And you you try to blame someone so that people can focus on them instead of what you're doing, being
Yeah,
sneaky.
like nigga, hold yourself accountable, nigga.
it's crazy.
I got this in Ecclesiasticus 39. Is it verse 1?
Yeah,
But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in meditation thereof, will seek out wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecy.
mm. So that's what we have to try to be is occupied, occupied in prophecy.
Yeah, we're paying
Mm.
attention to all the uproars, the earthquakes, NATO dissing Israel, dissing the United States, dissing Ukraine. Everybody's mad at the US.
You know. So occupy doesn't mean does that mean Aki, can I take a break? I'm gonna take a couple weeks off, shit.
Hey,
Because because I'm going through tribulation, you know.
the scripture says that tribulation is what makes you it was what
Yeah.
makes you a good Hebrew Israelite.
Makes you
Like,
stronger. Right?
yeah, it makes you stronger. The thing about being a black belt is you didn't get to be a black belt because it was easy. You got to be a black belt because you did it when it was hard to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could be the worst fighter in the world and still be a black belt. You just try it hard every day. Never give up.
So it doesn't matter what you're going through, you know. Uh, doesn't matter. You still have to be occupied. Um, the reason why you're going through probably bad things because you're not occupied.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
And one of the most popular, actually the most popular prophecy is that MOTB, and it's perfectly being set up right now. Sneaky.
it's getting closer because it's being talked about more. Even Donald Trump talked about it. You know,
Yeah, that's bad.
he talked about the needle. You know?
Yeah.
That
So,
man's gonna do it.
oh, and then there's a video where to buy something you have to swipe your palm, and then you could open it and get it. I think
Yeah.
swipe your hand or something.
Like just
Bet
swipe
you.
your hand over, like with your hand
Yeah,
over, and then you could just go like wherever, go get it already.
yeah.
Yeah.
But too,
Yeah,
like to buy like the milk, like to buy the milk. There's a picture, you know, on the fridge, but it's just a picture of the milk, but you can't see inside, you know. And then it says wave your hand, and then it says assistant coming soon or something like that. I don't know,
oh man.
but then you
Bet
could
you
open it.
Nathaniel from IUI from ICU whatever IUIC. He's like, man, this thing is coming to pass. I'm gonna eat my words again.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I got a precept. You know, what you get.
and June's coming, so
Yep.
Oh, it's June.
yeah, it's June. Ain't no Michael Jackson.
Ain't no, yeah. Ain't
Uh,
no shit.
how about now? You know, are they chips now?
Yeah,
Right?
gotta be June. Uh, I got the precept right here. First
Uh,
Corinthians 14:1. It says, "Follow after charity and desire spiritual gift, but rather that ye may prophesy." You see, because the title of this chapter right here is called "Prophecy: A Superior Gift." So
dang.
so if you got the gift of prophecy, why not share it though? You know, because this chapter talks about how, talking in tongues, which means another language though, but how about Shema Hashem, rather you prophesy and talk in these different languages. I mean, it's good talking a different language though, but to prophesy is even better though,
Dang.
because it
That's
called
right.
it a superior prophecy, a superior gift.
Yep.
That's
Got a
that thing.
precept. I got a
Oh,
precept
yeah.
to match that one.
Yeah.
Ecclesiasticus 39:3. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables, which is
Dang.
the prophecies. It's a dark thing. Talk
Yep.
about the MOTB. What is involved in that? A
Yeah,
big
because
dark
that's
conversation.
yep. The dark parable because some people they don't know what the mark of the beast is. You know,
And they think it's a good thing because they don't even know. They're not aware.
they don't know who the Israelites are. They don't know
They
who
don't
the
know who
devil
they are. They
is,
Yeah,
don't
right?
know.
that's right.
So that's what we're doing is seeking out the secrets, and the dark parables, because we got our heads in the scriptures.
Yeah.
You could read the one up above it, verse 2.
Ecclesiasticus 39:2. he will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtile parables are, he will be there also.
We're gonna. It says we'll keep the sayings of the renowned men, and the definition for renowned is known or talked about by many people, or famous. The prophets, in the Bible, they're renowned men, and the sayings that they're saying is the same sayings that we're saying, um, because the
different language.
and the renowned men are the apostles too, the apostles of Great Millstone, and
Because they're prophets.
the elders and the brothers, all the brothers.
We're all prophets, and we're all doing the job we were sent to do, which is to stay in the spirit. And we stay in the spirit, not in the flesh.
That's right.
That's right.
So now go to 2 Peter 1:10, and I think that should be the last one.
Second Peter 1:10. NLT or KJV?
KJV first.
All right. Second Peter 1:10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fail.
So give diligence, and then that definition for diligence is careful and persistent work or effort. So you got to give persistent work and effort. That means persistent is to push it.
Careful. You got to be careful. You got to be precise too.
Push it, but be careful.
Yeah.
Like today, I went to go to the store to get water, and it's that alkaline water, that Zeus water I drink. It's 9.5 pH, and there was the gallon of it for $4.99, and 3 liters of it for $1.99. And I looked at the bottle that was a gallon, and it said 3.78 liters. And I looked at the other bottle that was $1.99, same stuff, and it was 3 liters. So just the 0.78, you're gonna pay two more dollars. Hell no, I took the cheaper one, which had just as much as water in it, and I got more of them.
Yeah.
So you gotta be into that, whatever you're looking at. Most people won't even catch it. It's hard. You gotta train yourself. Be diligent.
And read it again, Salakia.
2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fail.
Yeah. So give diligence, and then diligent was be careful, but give a hard effort. So, for example, if you're let's say mopping the floor, are you gonna mop it all sloppy, or are you gonna how are you gonna make the water? Are you gonna have hot water, or cold water, or what kind of detergent or soap are you gonna use? Whatever. Because if you don't do a good job, and then what, your boss is gonna say, you're not doing a good job, so he's gonna fire you, right?
You might even slip on it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what we got to do is be persistent with the work, but be careful that you don't get fired. Don't do it all half. Don't do a half-assed job. Don't break these scriptures down wrong.
Yeah.
What I'm saying. Any brothers got anything else?
Can
That's
I
it.
just get ask one real quick?
Yeah, Con.
So this because how speaking about Alazar at the 1,000 years, he might come, right? So this is Revelation 22:7. It says, "Behold, I come quickly, blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. So it didn't say, behold, I'm gonna come in 1,000 years, or behold, I'm come, because we don't know when Yahweh Shai is coming, though. Not even him, though, right? But still, the fact that it says, behold, I come quickly, like, looking at the signs and discerning them and knowing, So that's the thing about it, though, because it says, blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. And part of the prophecy is, the MOTB and the end times, though. We see it,
That's right.
Yep.
And two, you got to study the history too, because you don't know the you don't know the history. You don't.
The mystery.
Yeah, you got to know the mystery to know. You got to know the history to know the mystery.
Right.
Yeah. So, Khan. So with that, you got anything else?
That was it.
With that, we hope it's edifying. We want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Hashem,
Gosh.
double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone camps for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, Markin.
Shalom.